Hi everyone, it's Lyn. Welcome to the channel today. I am so glad that you guys decided to tune in. I've got a treat in store, so keep watching. For those of you that are new, consider subscribing to the channel. All you have to do is hit the like button, give me a comment, share across social media platforms, and consider watching House of Fakoti Design as I post usually once a week lately. Sometimes it gets to be 2 weeks and you know how life goes. So without further ado, what I have behind me here today are my sewing makes for Friday sews. Now I missed posting on yesterday, wasn't able to upload it because I had to go for a sleep study. Now, I don't know if you guys have had sleep studies before, but it's a little different. It's kind of relaxing in the beginning and then it gets a little weird as you get sleepier because you're not at home in your bed. And I personally love my bed. Love it more than the fanciest hotels' beds. I love my bed. But anyway, welcome back, guys. Those of you that are new, hang in there with me. It gets a little better. So let's look at what I've made this week. Behind me here, the first one that I have, as I've been telling you guys, I've been sewing for my upcoming hip surgery. Just relaxing loungewear pieces, you know, pajama pieces, and maybe a few things once I feel better to be able to go out. And eventually I'll be working on some things to wear to PT, probably leggings, more jersey fabrics. So here I have just a little two-piece long sleeve knit tee that's also on the channel. Added a pocket at the top. It's too small for my cell phone, but you know, whatever I can get in there will fit. And I have these lounge pants to match. And it has a really cute floral detail here throughout. And I use that same fabric to match the pocket. So just very simple, very straightforward, and it's super, super comfy. This full tutorial is on the channel of how I actually use my own sloper patterns to do this one. The next one that I have here, it's just a little A-line dress, just to kind of lounge around the house and be comfortable, you know, during that healing process. Just a mid-cut V here. And in the back, I did the cowl, just a little cowl detail here. Very comfortable, very flowy. I didn't do any pockets on this one, but I'm definitely going to use it, you know, again, like a nightgown or just loungewear around the house. Probably won't do that one for PT. This one, I've had this fabric for a while. I did a corset earlier in the year for someone on the channel this summer, and it came out really, really nice. So I did have some more of this fabric I found when I went out of the country in the spring. It's just a really, really lightweight linen mixed with a rayon, and just really cute. So it's got a little keyhole in the background closure with a hidden button on the inside, and it's also fully lined. I did a full lining on that one at the top. Actually, full lining at the top? Nope, this one's actually fully lined all the way through. So you can kind of see my little poly lining here underneath. And I don't know if I did a video on this one on the channel or not. I'm not sure. But again, just something to wear around the house, watching TV, and be comfortable. This one, I did a little quick video on the channel. It's the same pattern as the other one, but instead of doing the V, I altered it, and I did just a cowl neckline here, and it's the same keyhole closure in the back. And I have the one on the channel to show this one with a belt and without a belt. So not necessarily loungewear, but something, you know, once I get more comfortable to get out of the house, I will, you know, have this one. And love the plaid for the fall. These last two pieces I actually worked on this week on the channel. I actually put this one together. This was McCall 7622. Another A-line dress with a collar at the top, deep V, and there is a front and back facing on the inside. There's no lining here, but this rayon jersey, I just love the beautiful cobalt blue color. What do you guys think? Isn't that a beautiful color? I think it complements me so well. I did take pictures in this one, so I'd like you guys to let me know in the comments what you think, with a belt or without the belt, for both this one and for the plaid. So of course I'm modeling these in boots, but I won't be wearing boots after this hip surgery for a while because they had a little heel on those. But that's rayon jersey, just very nice, very comfortable. and very flowy. It's a very easy pattern. I probably would say, based on the instructions, you know, on these commercial patterns, there's always a little hit or miss sometimes with understanding. I did have to read through with the collar a couple times, and unfortunately with the collar, it was just a little big for the circumference of my neck, even though I measured, but because the way this fabric stretches, it continued to stretch as I closed it. So instead of taking all of this off, I just put a little dart in the back of the neckline, you know, back here, just a tiny little dart back there. So just to make it a little tighter, but you know, no one can see that from the inside. But I just love it, just really, really cute. So make sure you check out on the channel the McCall 7622 video. It shows of how I put that together. And then lastly, I had this fabric for probably at least a year. This is just a lightweight cotton. I think it's actually maybe a cotton. It's a cotton and maybe even a rayon blend. It's really, really soft, but it has a cute little floral detail as well, and it's got the little bling rhinestones on the pants portion. And this top, cami top, I just made it up of some leftover stretch satin that I had here, and added the contrasting straps for the tie closure. So in the front, it matches the lounge pants, and in the back, it matches the top. And I did have some of these little rosettes here left over from a project, so I just hand sewn those in there. So I thought it just gave it just a really, really cute detail. This was from my own pattern as well. It wasn't from a commercial pattern. But that's another look, full look at the lounge pants here. So I've been pretty busy over the last couple of weeks trying to, you know, get ready for this upcoming procedure. And so far, I guess I've got about 6 things, you know, that I was able to put together for now and also for the fall. So this weekend, I'll be working on probably a couple more of the lounge pants, and then start working on the leggings as well. And probably just, you know, just get regular t-shirts or something that's simple to put on. Now, what I wanted to show you guys that are new to the channel as well before I say goodbye, because this was going to be a very quick video for today. Behind me over here, I have my vintage Singer machine. And this particular one, I picked up probably about 2.5 years ago. A lady was selling it, and I got it at a really, really good deal. I think it was I think she delivered it to me for about $80 total. Yeah, with delivery, I think it was like $80. This thing was in hideous, hideous condition. You have to go back on the channel and look at my playlist for vintage Singer restoration, and there's probably 2 or 3 videos of what it looked like before and what it looks like after. I'll give you guys a close-up in just a minute. But this is the one with the, has a hand wheel here. I think it was like probably like a walnut finish, but it had a lot of water stains, and I actually scrubbed, I sanded, you know, did the works with this machine to get it in this condition. Everything here was all rusted at the foot pedal and the wheel at the bottom of the treadle. All of that was rusty. So I had to go in and use the material to go ahead and get rid of all of that. And then actually I spray painted it, the black, and then I think somewhere on here I used some hand paint for the original Singer, you know, the model, the logo that's there in metal. So I'll show you that as well. And then I was able to order the new stickers from, I can't remember the name of the company. I'll have to put that in the comments at some point, where you could go in and reorder the Singer original stickers to bring it back to the authenticity of where it was. But I did get like some thread with this. I have the original manual for this is actually the 1588. The 1588, I have the original manual here for it. And look at that, an old motor belt for 30 cents. I don't know how much these are today. I think I also had some needles that came with it. And let's see, that was an old belt there. I was able to find this on Amazon. I don't know if if you guys have treadles, but I've got a few videos on the channel to actually show me using it and actually sewing a couple garments with it. But that's actually used to do the belt. You have to clip the belt together to hold it along the treadle. Otherwise, you won't be able to get that effective pedal motion because that's how it actually sews. And I think, what else was vintage in here? Oh, I got like 3 or 4 of the original metal bobbins. I don't really use these because I had some others that look better, but just wanted to share with you guys. That's fine if you hadn't seen it before. So there you have it. That's my vintage Singer, the 1588. That's the actual treadle. That's the belt underneath, and that's that beautiful gold Singer logo that I was actually went in with some paint. I think it was like automotive paint to actually, redo that. But this was a lot of labor of love, guys. But I love the mahogany detail. You have to go back and look on the channel to see what this thing looked like before to the full restoration. And I do have, I think, probably another 4 or 5 videos on there of my other vintage Singers that I have been collecting too. Still on the look for a featherweight. Looking at those featherweight prices, not ready to pay those. I just want to get a really good deal like so many people do. And I keep my eye at the flea market. And, when I go out of town, I'm always looking, and of course, local Goodwill. But you never know. Facebook, sometimes it's a hit or miss. If you get them early enough, you can find you one. So let me know if you guys are vintage Singer collectors as well in the comments. So again, guys, this was a quick Friday sews, just catch up to see what I was working on again this week. And let me know what you guys are working on as well. And don't forget to comment with the belt or without the belt for the blue dress and the plaid dress. This is Larry Lynn again with House of Akoti Design. Have a great weekend. Bye.